Hi, I'm Len May. I'm the president of Earth Healthcare, and I'm coming from sunny California, Los Angeles to be exact. The reason why I want to record this is I want to say thank you so much to the Sacred Plant for providing me this amazing platform to share with everyone some information that I had and some of the reasons why I wanted to provide this and share this knowledge with everyone is because I want to discuss my purpose a little bit. One of the things that I'm focused on is making sure that people know what they're putting in their bodies. Plant medicine is extremely important. The sacred plant is extremely important. And the type of cannabinoids, the type of sacred plant medicine that you put into your body is key. Not only should you know specifically what works for your condition, but you should know what the ratio is that works best for your condition and how your genes, how your genetics play a role in the synergistic effect with all the different cannabinoids and terpenoids and flavonoids and all these different compounds, because this is the mystery box right now that we want to open up and explain. So I want to touch on a couple things. Number one, I want to touch on what works best and how to determine what works best for your specific needs. So the goal of Earth Healthcare was to be able to determine how to use your own genetics by doing a DNA kit, and then be able to flag and identify certain genetic variances in your alleles that affect the way that the sacred plant medicine will work for you and your condition. Now, examples of that. We have identified so far over 80 different cannabinoids in the sacred plant, over 100 different terpenoids in the sacred plant, not to mention the flavonoids. There's so many different components. And you have whatever condition that you're trying to treat, and your own genetics play a role. How do you match all that up? Well, one of the main ways to do that is to figure out what things to avoid, what things to do more of. And with the sacred plant, you have the ability to be able to control a lot of those things yourself based on knowledge. And that's the way that we want to empower. We want to empower you with knowledge so you know exactly what is right for you. So if you are consuming something that's an edible, you know that it goes through your liver is going to convert that. You're going to have a different experience in that if you consume that product orally. If you consume it as a sublingual, that sacred plant is going to have a different experience within your body. In addition, your genetics play a role. Let's say that you have a genetic variance in something that causes an enzyme in your digestive system not to function correctly, so you're not going to metabolize THC, which is a component of the sacred plant, exactly the same way that somebody else would. You would have a negative experience. If you have that negative experience, would you then take the sacred plant as medicine again? Most likely not. Would you recommend it to somebody else? Most likely not as well. These are the things that we want to ensure that you're clear on when you're consuming the sacred plant as medicine. Your condition, your genes, and the type of medicine that you put in your body. The second thing is whether the medicine is tested and clean. So you want to be aware that when you're consuming the sacred plant as medicine, you're putting in product into your body that has been tested for pesticides, tested for microbials, tested for heavy metals. So not only is it going to work for you based on your genetics and based on the ratio, but also you want to make sure that you take something that's not going to make you sick. And how you do that? You ask and demand test results. In California, that's something that we're going to have in place as of January 1st. Every single product must be tested. This is something you need to request all the time, that you put in good, clean medicine, sacred plant medicine in your body. The other thing that I want to mention is CBD. CBD is an incredible cannabinoid part of the sacred plant that has been associated with lots of different conditions and lots of different treatment methods. Now, the one thing about CBD that keeps coming up, and I'm not going to use research studies, I'm going to talk about common sense. And common sense is hemp CBD versus full plant versus cannabis. So hemp was originally designed, and the background of hemp is to cultivate that for its industrial use. So for fiber, for fabrics, for paper, Constitutional Declaration of Independence, all these documents are written in hemp paper. So if you look at the Farm Act and all the different farms that are cultivating hemp, it all depends not only what they're cultivating it for, but also the process of taking that down. So if they're taking down the stalks, the stems, the leaves, the flower, everything else, and processing that out, that is an industrial crop. That now they're separating the CBD out of that crop and using it as medicine. Is it the same as the medicine that you would use from a cannabis plant that's cultivated as medicine, as a sacred plant? It's not. It's different. So you have to be aware that you're putting in full plant. You're putting in extract into your body that comes from a plant that's designed as medicine and not designed for rope or for paper. That's the difference. The last thing that I want to mention is terpenes. And think about terpenes as this way. Cannabinoids, part of the sacred plant, are the genetics of the plant. Terpenes are what's expressed in the plant as the plant grows, where it grows, also as it's cured. So if that plant has a certain smell to it, that smell is produced by a terpenoid. The terpenoid also has an effect on your body, how it mixes with your genetics as well. So I'll give you an example. There was a study that an Israeli scientist named Dedi, he conducted this study, or he's been conducting the study with kids with autism. And the story that he told, which was fascinating to me and stuck in my brain for a long time, is that he's had exceptional success with these kids that have autism. And he uses the same exact formulation, same exact ratio for years. And one day, he had a call from a bunch of parents and the kids that, these kids sort of shifted. They became a little violent and had a completely different effect. And he called the manufacturer and he tried to talk to them. Did they use a different strain of the sacred plant? Did they do something different? And it was no, 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 no. But there's one difference. The way that plant was initially cured and the expression of the terpenes, that made all the difference in the world. The terpene profile that he was using before was not the same one that he's using this time. And that had a profound effect on the condition of these kids. So that's a lesson there. How the different terpenoids, how the different cannabinoids, and how all that works within your genes, that is the secret sauce that makes the sacred plant such an amazing synergistic medicine that the pharmaceutical industry can never replicate. So anyway, thank you so much for your time. I'm super grateful for this time with each and every one of you, and I'm looking forward to the next time that we all talk. Thanks a lot. Take care.